Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Don for Don Alpha channel. Uh, Welcome back. For those who have been here before, for the new viewers, welcome to my channel. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and even share this video because we create this content for you. But today, what I'm mainly focusing on is contracts. So we'll be pretty much discussing about a contract. What is a contract? How can it be enforceable? When it is being called a contract, like now you're in a contract, what we'll be talking about. So I'll just give you a brief understanding of a contract because some people don't really understand what's a contract. And I saw in some village in Africa, some people couldn't understand that what kind of contracts are there. They were saying, oh, these people are working without contracts. I'm like, really? Is that possible? I don't think it's even possible for somebody to work any job without a contract. There will be a contract, but it will be just unwritten contract. So there are two types of contracts pretty much. The written one and the unwritten contract. The unwritten contracts are the ones which are very, very difficult for you to enforce them. Because let's say if anything goes wrong, it will be your word against the party you agree to do some work for. So, or to sell your good to. So, because what consists of a contract? What is a contract? A contract is mainly consists of an offer and the acceptance. So, let's say I'm the one with the job, yeah? I offer you a job. I have this job, man, which is supposed to be done, and I'll be paying you, let's say, $5 per hour. And then you say, oh, that's good. I can pay you per hour. I can pay you per week. I can pay you per month. I can pay you per fortnight. So don't get confused that because I said per hour and then everybody's supposed to be paid per hour. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to agree with the conditions and terms of your contract. That's what will be where they will explain whether they are paying you per hour, per week, per fortnight, or per month. Those are some of the things which you really need to understand. So unwritten contract is very difficult to enforce if anything goes wrong. If the party you are with in contract doesn't want to pay you or doesn't want to pay for some services provided or goods provided, now it becomes hard for you because it's unwritten. There's no agreement which you can go and show or present in court or to your lawyers that somebody hasn't paid me. But we agreed that you're supposed to pay me or to complete this job at a certain date. Now it will be your word against that other party because there's no written contract. This is just like a marriage without prenup. There will be a contract, but this will be a written contract. But in terms of protecting your assets, if you're rich, you didn't actually protect your assets. He or she didn't protect your assets. So this can happen. These are some of the things which can happen. It will be hard for you you are squabbling against for property, for assets you had in that relationship. So some of the things which can happen. But in terms of work, normally there won't be any written document. You just agree that you can do the job for $5 and probably you do the job and then the guy refuses to pay you. So sometimes it's always better, whether you are in the village or not in the village, for you to kind of have a written agreement. Can you write it down and then we sign? Even in a book, you write your name, you put some details, what job the person is going to do, and when is it supposed to be paid, and how much is it supposed to be paid. And then you agree on that. Now, if the person goes to court and say, oh, I was forced to do this, at least there's some agreement which you kind of which will be kind of works on the other party, which is accusing the other on any wrongdoings. So there will be some sort of information you can hold on to. Unlike if you have unwritten contract, if you have a written contract, everything will be easy. If you don't have a written contract, it will be really hard for you to enforce anything. So that's why they always encourage you to have a written contract. This could be a whole topic for the whole semester at a university for somebody doing like contract management or something different, or project managers or something like that. So it could be a whole unit to just understand how this kind of different kind of contracts, how it can be tricked, how you can, overlook something which you're not supposed to overlook. So it's very important for you to be going through almost everything, especially before the job commences. You get that time to go through the contract. If it's a big contract for a company, now you need to read all these to read between the lines. What do they mean? What are they saying? When can they kick you out? When can they not kick you out? What is enforceable and what's not enforceable? So it's really important when you're given that written contract to read the conditions and terms, the terms and conditions of the contract. It's really important. So I encourage people to have written contracts because they can be enforceable. It can look like it's a repetition, but those are the main words which are important on a contract: the offer and acceptance. Once you accept to do something, now there's a contract. Whether it's written or it's not, but there's a contract. There's a sort of an agreement. There's an agreement. So it's very, very important. It's always recommended for you to go for a written contract because it will help you when you want, if anything goes wrong, it can be enforceable. So that's why if you are downtown or wherever in the village, you can even ask whoever is giving you a job to just write down, put their details, their ID number, you sign, that's really good. State the job you are going to do, how much money you're supposed to be paid, so that you don't have these problems of like you do a job for somebody and then they refuse to pay you. No, I can't pay you. I don't know. You just did the job and we didn't agree. Now you're not getting paid. You start having all kind of conflicts. Sometimes you even want to exchange blows, but is it necessary? Now you have a different crime instead of you being cautious and smart enough to draw a written contract at the beginning. And when there is a contract, well, let's say you get at a company where there's a contract already, it's important to read it through. Don't just say, I'm just signing the conditions and the terms and conditions, I'm just signing. Because that will affect you tomorrow. In these, there's what we call reading in between the lines. That's where you have to read all these small prints so that you understand what they mean with whatever is written on the contract. But it's not everyone who's genuine. It's not everyone who's. I've seen people who are working for Chinese and they end up trying to fight these people to make them pay them. I'm not tarnishing anybody, but I'm just mentioning the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts a little bit, but don't come after me. I've seen some of these things. I don't understand why these people don't actually, if you have a written contract, why don't you just go to the labor for that country? I know sometimes our systems are slow, but try to go even to the labor corps and try to bring the corps on site. You can get kicked out, but because I think it would be better to be kicked out. You'll be fired, but you get your money. And like keep on working for free, and you don't know when you're going to get paid. It's sad. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like, it's our land. So nobody should suppress you, undermine you, or do anything to you. You should be able to stand for yourself, to stand your ground, and our system's working better. That is what we are encouraging to all these young ladies like Traore, who are in power. Like, guys, let's develop these nations to be better. I know the old ones who can't even talk to them, man. They just feel like we are trying to undermine them or whatever. But sometimes it's good to have good systems which work. Why should I pay to drive my car along the road? I pay the cops. I pay the tariffs or for the tolls. I pay the tolls. I pay the cops who are on the block. That's just too much. We need to stop some of these things and try to build systems which work. Systems which work. Nowadays, with a little, you can have a little camera. You can record everything and go and report somebody. I know everybody will not have these little cameras, but as time goes on, it will be important for us in Africa as well to buy some car cameras which can, protect us. Because some of the people, they just want to rip you out for no apparent reason. And you're not supposed to pay any unconstitutional fine to somebody so that you can pass on a roadblock. If I have done something wrong, for sure, let me pay the fine. But if I haven't done anything wrong, why should I pay the fine to somebody? Buying bread for somebody, why should I do that? We should try to make our systems work. And that's how we can implement some of these the national contracts. They also have these cops so that they will carry out their work properly. We understand they're not getting paid well, but you chose the job yourself. So can you please do the right job? That's what is important. We'll figure out, so everywhere you are, man, it's always important. I'll just wrap up this because I've already explained everything. So on contract, you just need an offer, and then acceptance. Acceptance is the other party accepting the offer. Then you have a contract. You already have a contract. Unwritten, but that's called agreeing in principle. That's called agreeing in principle. There's no written contract, but you have agreed. Somebody can even sue for it, especially if it's recorded. Especially if you told each other, like, we are recording this and we can use it tomorrow, or we're just recording it for the sake of our records. You need to be careful of what you say because it's being recorded. So an offer and acceptance. And then after that, you just written or non-written. Unwritten contract, it's not the good one because it's hard to enforce it. Always try to go for the written contract so that you'll be able to enforce it if anything goes wrong. You'll be having something to go with to the court. You'll be having something to go with to the lawyers, your attorneys. You present your contract and then you accuse. In other countries, like here where I am, there are some boards where you can go and sue these people in a different way, and then you get paid. Sometimes it doesn't even have to go to all these courts and all that kind of stuff. You just go to Workfare Australia, and then they'll deal with it. So anyway, wherever you are, make sure that you get a written contract. A written contract is more recommended than just a verbal contract. All right, I'm out for now, man. Next time we'll bring you whatever you want me to bring you, especially in terms of business or anything, or benchmarking or whatever products valuation, evaluation, and whatever real estate. Some of these things I know them. If you want me to talk about those topics, just let me know, and then I'll be bringing you content which is really specific on whatever you want. Someone can do a research if I need to research, but this one I didn't need to research because I know it from the tips of my fingers. I have the information. I do this almost every week. So thank you for listening, and feel free to subscribe, comment, and share. If I have left anything, feel free to edit, because I know this is the whole topic for somebody at a certain uni. So thank you for now, and ciao. See you on the next one.